Welcome back to another video. My name is Nick. I'm an independent artist with give or take 4 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And something else that I don't usually put in my intros, but I feel like will help add credibility to the things that I'm saying, is that I do 1 million streams every day on Spotify only. Hey guys, in this video, I touch on a few different things. I touch on what I feel is one of the most important things for an independent artist to do in their career and to learn. I touch on a life lesson that I feel is very important. And I touch on outliers in my career that helped me become successful. So, all that to say, I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. The single most important thing that an independent artist can add to their tool belt is their ability to skill stack. And skill stacking is a huge outlier in my career that I'm going to dive deep on and share with you on how that it impacted my ability to grow my music career. So, to be a successful independent artist, you need to be good at a lot of things or outsource a lot of things. But if you don't have the funds to outsource, you need to be good at a lot of things. Among the many things that an independent artist needs to be good at, video creation. So filming videos, thinking of ideas for videos, editing videos, composing videos, posting videos, graphic design, having ideas for cover arts, learning tools such as Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, or using simple ones like Canva. And just overall, maybe having an eye for what looks good. Being able to record yourself, so learning DAWs such as Logic, Pro Tools, Ableton, Fruity Loops, etc. Mixing and mastering, so mixing your own music, mastering your own music, making it sound good. Production, music production, social media and content management strategy, being your own receptionist, designing merchandise. I mean, you could go just run the gauntlet, right? It's so many things that an independent artist needs to be good at. And that might sound overwhelming to most. And it probably is overwhelming to most. But the fact is, you're not going to make it very far if you don't learn to be good at a bunch of things or outsource a bunch of things to other people. But if you don't have the funds to outsource, you need to learn how to be good at it. You need to stack the skills. And lately I've been getting a lot of hate saying like, all you do is talk. You don't give practical things that we can put to use. And my only assumption here is that because I said you need to be good at video editing, that you expect me to like show you how to edit videos on Premiere in this video. And that's not what I'm going to do. I'm providing you with the information on what is required in order to have a successful music career. There are plenty of videos on the internet, on YouTube, of how to make a good video, how to edit a video. What I want you to do after you get the information from me is take that, go type in YouTube, how to film a good TikTok video, how to edit a video, how to mix and master my own song. I'm not the guy that's going to just make tutorials on how to do that stuff. I'm providing you with information in the hopes that you will take that and run with it and start your career on your own. I'm not going to handhold you the whole way. I'm not going to spoon feed you, but I am going to provide you with what is required in order to make a living making music. Because I care. Because I know you're watching and I know you're probably talented and I know you probably just need a little help and a push in the right direction. Unfortunately, you need to be good at a lot in order to have a successful music career. You can't just be good at music. Another plus about skill stacking is it gives you skills that you can barter with other people who have a different skill set than yours. Let's say you're good at graphic design, and a mixing engineer needs graphic design for something. Now, instead of exchanging money, you can exchange services. The barter system, classic. You can design something for a mixing engineer or a producer, and then they will do the production or the mixing for you for free, right? Bartering services, free for free. So the more skills that you can stack and the things that you can be good at, the more value you hold in a barter system. So when funds are low, skills can be high. There is a plethora of free information on the internet. If you want it bad enough and you're willing to do the work, you can find it. Also, if you like what I'm sharing in this video or in other videos, I did write a book on how to navigate kind of the new music industry independently. And I'll put the link in the description if you care about that. Now, I'm going to touch on an outlier in my career and in my life. There was a life lesson and one of the reasons that I feel that I was able to be successful in music. And I'm going to start back a little bit. I've been making music since I was 13 years old. I'm 32 years old now. I've been making music for almost 20 years. I didn't start pursuing it as a career until 2019. Let me tell you why I didn't start pursuing music as a career until 2019. Around 2009, I graduated high school in 2009. So somewhere around there in the years after, I wanted to do music. I've been with my wife since we were 16 years old. We're high school sweethearts. I've been with my wife since we were 16. Somewhere during that time, I wanted to pursue music as a career. Social media, content creation outside of YouTube wasn't really at the forefront then. So the way to do that was you would have to do more touring. You have to go do shows, college shows, etc. My wife, girlfriend at the time, wasn't comfortable with me going and doing shows. And I know this is going to be a hard pill to swallow for a lot of you guys, but in relationships, there's compromise. It's not always 50-50. Sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes it's 90-10. Sometimes it's at 100-0. There's compromise in relationship because it becomes not all about you. That's your life partner. And you make decisions together. It's not only what's best for you, it's what's best for the both of you. So I put music to the side. Stop making it, stop pursuing it. But in that gap of when I stopped making music and stopped pursuing music, I started a media company where we did some graphic design, some website building, some videography, and some photography. Now, I know your immediate thought is, oh, well, no wonder this dude was able to be good at a music career. He was a videographer before this. Yes, I was. But I put in the time in order to be good at making videos and to know what makes a good video. I watched all the YouTube videos on how to compose video. I watched all the YouTube videos on how to edit video. Countless hours of watching people make videos so that I could get good at making videos. Same with photography, same with website design, same with graphic design. If I wanted to be good at it, I put in the work that was required to become good at it. And I'm going to connect the dots on how this is a life lesson and not only a lesson in why it lended itself to me to become a successful music artist. So yes, I had a video production company that I owned, operated, and I did a lot of promotional videos for small businesses, for the town that I live in. I shot a lot of weddings. So I did that for like 8 years. And in 2019, I came to my wife and I said, hey, do you mind if I give this music thing another go? I think I know a way I can do it without doing any shows, touring, etc. She gave me the go-ahead. So I had her support. I had the support of the most important person in my life. But what I didn't realize was life prepared me for the success that I was going to have in music. In 2019, I entered into the music world in a time where content was first. And I had just spent 8 years of my life creating content. So what may seem like luck was just preparation meeting opportunity. And the life lesson here in that situation, if I didn't put my wife's concerns first, I don't know if I would have been successful in music. Life prepared me for the success that I had in music.
Another point here that I forgot to mention because I always get distracted is that I also ran a business, a successful business, before I started my music business. I learned how to run a business properly. I learned how to take care of your clients. And in music, your clients are your fans, your supporters. How do you take care of them? How do you deliver to them what they want? How do you make them feel like they come first? How do you run a business properly? I ran a successful media company, and a lot of that stuff translated into how to run a successful music business. So when I say that life prepared me for the success that I had in music, it's multifaceted. It's that I was able to learn how to run a successful business before I started a new business. It's that I spent 8 years learning how to make videos and then transitioning that into making videos that promote my music. It's that I sacrificed some of my desires for the better of my relationship. And in turn, my relationship is what inspires a lot of my lyrics that I write about in my songs. So life prepared me for the success that I was going to have in music.
When I started pursuing music in 2019, I was writing songs about love. I was writing songs about life. I was able to create videos and content and my own cover arts. And I've always been someone that if I am interested in it, I hyper focus on it. I obsess over it until I get good at it. You have to be a little bit obsessed about making a living making music in order to make a living making music. And I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I forget because I just sit down and start talking and I don't write out bullet points and stuff. Sometimes I wish I did, but it's just not my personality to do so. I just kind of start talking off the cuff. And I saw a comment recently that said, Nick D's only successful in music because he already had a successful podcast. And I want to address that. I have a podcast called The Freddie Show with my friend Cakes, and it has 2.7 million followers. I just want to address certain things about that and how it was an outlier in my career, but not in the way you expect. So I started pursuing music in January of 2019. I didn't launch the podcast with Cakes until February or March of 2021, 2 years into my music career. So I didn't have the podcast before I started pursuing music. The podcast wasn't successful before I started pursuing music. I already had hundreds of thousands of monthly listeners and followers on my own personal TikTok. And the reason that I have a successful podcast is because I obsessed over what makes a good video. I spent the hours researching and dissecting other viral videos to learn what is it that makes a video viral? What is it that holds someone's attention? What keeps someone on a video? How do you make something engaging? I put in the time to learn all of those things. I didn't just wake up knowing how to make videos. I spent 8 years making videos before I started pursuing music as a career. And another thing I read in the comment was the person said that often on my music videos, it says, "Isn't this the same dude from the podcast?" In that comment, they're assuming that they're finding me because of the podcast and less because of my music. I want to address that. I never cross-promoted either. I have 2 million followers on my music TikTok, 2.7 million on the podcast account with Cakes. I never cross-promoted either of them. So the people who are fans of the podcast, unless they found it out for themselves, did not know that I made music because I didn't tell them. And the same with my music. They did not find the podcast because I told them from the music side of things. They just came across it. Why am I good at making music? Because I've been making it since I was 13, 20 years. Why am I confident in my advice? Because it works. Why am I making these videos if I don't have to? Because I want to. I want to see you guys win. So to wrap it up, you have to be good at multiple things. You can't just be good at one thing. You can't just be good at making music. It's not enough. I think I got distracted, which is what I usually do. So my bad. But hopefully the premise of this video came through, that it's important to skill stack. There's many different skills that you can learn to help you be a successful music artist. But I truly feel that being good at music isn't enough. Loads of talented people out there, and unfortunately a lot of them are not making a living making music because making good music is not enough. And for every artist that you feel they are simply just making good music and it's working, there's usually a team behind them doing the stuff that they don't want to do. So the work is still happening. It just might not be done by the artists themselves. But as independent artists, the work falls on our shoulders, and there's no way around it, unless you're willing to give up a percent of your income or pay people. All that to say, I hope you're crushing it. I hope to see you win, and I hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.